Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's me again. I'm sorry that my room is like dark. It's because it's messy. Yeah, I haven't cleaned it. I blame it to the corona because I'm so depressed. I'm just lying. I'm not depressed. It's just that I don't do anything. And sometimes I don't feel like cleaning. And I'm not rich like everybody else that has maids that cleans for them and stuff. Mashallah for you people, for you girls, because in my house, I'm the one that cleans. My mom doesn't do nothing. I do all the cleaning. I do all the paperwork. I do all the finances. I do all the doctor appointments. I do all the cats and food and cleaning and their litter and bathe them and everything. And then I do all this and play. And among other stuff. Oh yeah, and influencing. Ay, Dios mío. Anyway, so I'm gonna be playing a part of this video because it's 20 minutes long. So I'm gonna show just a section of it and then I'll talk about it afterwards, okay?
Assume that a Muslim woman must veil. That veiling is a requirement of her faith. There's even a term that we've all come to associate with the Muslim woman's veil, an Arabic term that we've all heard used whether or not we've been aware of it. Hijab. So maybe I missed it. Maybe the requirement that a woman veil is in a different part of the Quran. For those of you who don't know, the Quran consists of 114 chapters. Each chapter is written out in verses, like poetry. There are more than 6,000 verses in the Quran. Of the 6,000 plus verses, 3 refer to how a woman should dress. The first is the verse I've already told you about. The second is a verse that directly speaks to the Prophet's wives, asking that they begin to dress a bit more modestly because of their role, their function in society as his wives. And the third verse is similar to the first in that it was revealed in direct response to a historical situation. Early records show that the custom, the fashion during the pre-Islamic era was for women to wear a scarf on the head called a khimar, which would be tucked behind the ears and allowed to flow behind the back. In the front, a woman wore a tight vest or a bodice, which she left open, exposing her breasts, sort of like the images you see in Game of Thrones. Islam spread through the Arabian Peninsula, a verse was sent down asking that women use this scarf or any other garment to cover the breasts. And that's it. That's basically all there is in the Quran concerning how a woman should dress. Turns out, God doesn't give a bullet point of all the parts on a woman's body that he wants hidden from view. And in fact, it might be argued, and it is argued. I cannot stress enough that it is argued by many Muslim scholars that the reason these verses were left intentionally vague is so that a woman could choose for herself how to dress according to her specific culture and the progression of time. And that term hijab, guess what? It's not in any of these 3 verses. In fact, it's nowhere in the Quran directly meaning a woman's veil. That's not to say that the word doesn't appear in the Quran, because it does appear. But when it appears, it's actually used correctly to mean a barrier or a divide, such as the barrier or divide that exists between us humans and the divine, or between believers and non-believers, or it means a barrier like a physical screen that men during Muhammad's time were asked to stand behind when speaking to his wives, or it means the seclusion, the separation that Mary sought when she was giving birth to Jesus. That separation and seclusion, that means hijab. That physical screen, that means hijab. That barrier, that divide, that means hijab. Hijab doesn't mean a woman's veil. And yet, isn't it strange that what the term actually means being screened off, divided away, barred, separated out. These are the very terms that come to our minds when we think of a Muslim woman. Why shouldn't they? We have all seen the way some Muslim women are treated around the world. If she attempts to go to school, she's shot in the head. If she attempts to drive a car, she's jailed. If she attempts to take part in the political uprisings happening in her own country, to be heard, to be counted, she's publicly assaulted. Forget about hiding out in the dark at the outskirts of a city. Some men now feel comfortable enough to assault a woman on the sidewalk for the world to see. And they don't care to hide their identities. They're more interested in making international headlines. They're too busy making videos and uploading them onto YouTube, bragging about what they've done. Why don't they care to hide their crimes? They don't feel like they've committed any crimes. It's the women who've committed the crimes. It's the women who got these funny ideas in their heads, ideas that actually led them out of the house, led them into society, believing that they can make a contribution. And we all know honorable women, they stay at home. Honorable women stay invisible, just as it was the custom for honorable women to do during the Prophet's time.
Wow, so this lady, this Samina Ali, I have to say, people, she is amazing. Wallah, she's amazing, because she has explained the way she explained everything is the way she thinks is the way I think, because it's like I had mentioned in the other video before this one, that there was a reason why in the old days Muhammad had formed the hijab, but in the old days compared to now I feel that it's completely different, but at the same time the same. You know what I mean? Like she said, in the Quran, they left it vague. Like, they didn't specifically say, but they left it kind of open about for a woman to have a choice of covering or not covering. Like I've mentioned again in the other video, is that I know a lot of women that wish to show their hairs. They hate to cover, but because of family reasons, or their father, especially the father, because he's very jealous, doesn't allow them to show hair. The mom, because a mother always knows what type of daughters they have. Believe me, people, in Mexico they always say, if the mom was a slut, the daughter will be the slut, because history repeats itself. If the mom is a good girl, that means 90% of the chance her daughters are going to be good girls. Again, because history repeats itself. So, when these Muslim families, like the fathers, they strictly say, no, you're haram, like you're not going to talk to any guy, don't touch any guy, don't look at anybody, and you better cover. I think a lot of it has to do with jealousy, you know, being a father. Because in Mexico, a lot of fathers are like that. A woman cannot leave the house with a shirt like this. They have to literally come out up to here, like long sleeves. I have men cousins, that they grew up with us. I remember when I was young, we would go to school because we grew up together, and these were boys, okay? My uncle and my aunt never allowed them to wear shorts. Now these are boys, okay? They would never allow them to wear shorts because that's ridiculous. No, like, how are you going to show your legs? You know? And that's Mexican beliefs. Those are Mexican cultures. Nothing to do with Islam. So with how this lady explains that that hijab really does not mean what does she say? Hold on. She says Muhammad's time to reveal what the term hijab really means, and it's not the Muslim women's veil. So what does hijab actually mean? If it's not the veil, and how has so and so, oh my gosh, peluda, she doesn't let me. She's so annoying. Anyways, what she was saying is that a lot of times I think men take advantage of it. Also, like I said before, I want to talk about everything at the same time. I know women that wish they can show their hair and not cover. But because of their family, they can't. And then I have other friends that their parents don't care and they cover because it's a choice. It's a choice because they don't want to expose themselves. It's a very big difference. It doesn't mean that they're, oh, 100%, oh, good Muslim girl. No, it's just them. They rather prevent the whole guys looking at them and stuff. My father always said, the way you wear your outfits or the way you dress says a lot about you. Oh, sorry, I'm like looking at Peluda. She's like going to sleep. It has a lot to do, says a lot about you. Like, yesterday, I was at the mall. And of course, you know, we have the masks because of the stupid corona. And I'm walking, and here comes this girl, a white girl. She had a sweater on, a really long sweater up to like her hips, kind of, a little bit lower than her hips. But she had nothing. I swear, people, it looked like she had nothing. Like she had nothing under that sweater. Like she had nothing, like maybe just underwears. And I was walking, and she was kind of like walking, and I was kind of going like this. And I was just staring, trying to figure out, does she have shorts under that? Does she have... And I just kept staring, and I didn't even realize that she saw me. She walked by me, and she goes, what are you staring at? Oh, she got so offended because I was staring at her. And my response was, well, wear some clothes if you don't want people to stare at you. It's very simple, people. I mean, obviously, she was there, dressed. I swear, it looked like she had nothing under... And like, she wanted attention because everybody was looking at her. And here I am looking at her, trying to figure out, is she wearing shorts under that or not? Or is it just underwear? And she got all offended. Can you like, what are you staring at? And I'm like, honey, you need to wear some clothes. I mean, I answered her back. I don't care, خلاص. I mean, I really don't care because these women look for it. They asked for it. So going to this video, I really like how she explained everything. She actually explained everything way better than me. Again, I know people have said that, oh, when are you gonna cover? And when are you gonna do it? And you need to do it. People, خلاص, like, best, like, stop. Don't force people. Do not force people. Because when you force people to do it, they're never gonna do it. In other words, if you tell them, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't, what are they going to want to do? They're going to want to touch it. They're always going to do the opposite. So, not just with me, I'm saying it with everybody. Don't force. It has to come from within. You have all seen me that when I pray, I always cover because that's how it's supposed to be. When you pray, you're supposed to cover. In Mexico, the Catholics, my mom said that they used to cover. When they would walk into church, nobody was allowed inside the church unless they had a veil. Same like Islam. So, when I pray, I always cover. I've said it again, when I'm in the Middle East, I cover because I'm with my friends. And again, because people know me, I don't want attention. And because my hair grabs a lot of attention, I just cover. Or I kind of wear like a veil thing, you know, it's just kind of like over. But it doesn't mean, oh, I'm a bad girl because I don't cover. Well, people, like I said, I guarantee you I'm more of a good girl than a lot of the girls that you know. And those other girls that you know, they're all covered up and oh, they're like this. You've seen those girls, huh? Like they're all like, yes, Where do you want to go and eat? They all act all like innocent and stuff, but the moment you marry them, the freaking psychoness comes out. They start screaming and they start throwing things at you. The real colors come out. So that whole thing, I feel like she says, like this lady says, there's been arguments and a lot of discussions with all the professional philosophers and all the sheikhs throughout the history. I mean, even when she talks about pre-Islamic time, she explained it. And it's true. That's why I see these old movies and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, how come in Saudi Arabia nobody's covered? How come they were all wearing mini skirts in the 70s? How come they're showing their hairs and they were like showing like tank tops? They used to, all women used to be like that, all open. And then I guess somebody just all of a sudden decided to start the law of everybody covering. But you know what it is too, people? I feel sorry for the guys over there. I feel sorry for all the Islamic, like Muslim men, because I know a lot of guys that they do not have sex whatsoever. They literally wait till they get married. And their hormones are so crazy, they have to get married because they need sex. They need it so badly. They marry at like 21 years old. And then the whole year goes by and they're having sex, like bunny rabbits, sex all year round. After 1 year of marriage, boring. You know? It's like they get bored. Why? Because their hormones are calmed down because they're getting what they want. And I think that a lot of these Muslim men, well, not just Muslim men, a lot of like virgin guys, they're the ones that, oh, the moment they see a girl, they go crazy. They're like, oh, I see her leg. Oh, I see her arm. I see the curves of her boobs. I mean, I feel sorry for them because I understand their position where they want to be good. But there's other ways to do it. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it because it's haram. But there's other ways to take care of that. There's no need for men to go crazy when they see a girl. There's no need for people to get married right away because their hormones are crazy. They need sex. Like now. You know what I mean? Women on the other side were screwed. I'm a virgin. Here I am. I'm screwed. Yeah, sometimes my hormones go crazy and stuff. What can I do? Nothing. Because if I do something, people will say, oh, she's a slut. You know what I mean? And then, of course, my values won't let me. I have such a hard and strong, like, values, and I respect myself so strong. Will love people. I can never. Because I've made a promise to Allah. I made a promise when I was 15 years old. I was going to wait till I get married. Until I would wait till I get married to have sex. And yeah, a lot of people in high school when I was growing up, yeah, a lot of them were showing off like, oh my gosh, I just like lost my virginity with him at the prom. Pfft, I didn't even go to prom. My mom and dad never let me go to dances. High school dances? Oh, hell no. My dad's like, why do you want to go to dances? ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué andes allá de cabrona? Like, so you can be out there, you know, lose your virginity like all the other sluts. Like, that's what they do. All these American girls, they all do that. So he didn't let me do that. In a way, I'm kind of happy. Because I am who I am because of my parents. But you guys have to watch the rest of this video because she's amazing. It says here that she is an award-winning author, activist, and cultural commender. She's been writing a lot of books. She studied like the Muslim woman's art or something like that. I don't know, but you guys have to watch. It's like 20 minutes long, so I couldn't put everything. I just wanted to put that little section so you guys can see it. But it's very interesting. But that doesn't mean, oh, Lubella says that I shouldn't wear a veil, or Lubella says I shouldn't wear a hijab. No, people, don't listen to me. You need to do it from your heart. You need to do it because you believe in it. I love both because obviously I grew up, you know, with no covering, but I love seeing myself sometimes when I'm covered or when I have a veil. You guys have seen those pictures when I have like the veil. Even my mom and dad, they love it. They're like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty. You look like a Mexicana. Like they say I look like an old-fashioned Mexican. My parents are retarded. No, not retarded, but it's they're funny. I'm not being disrespectful. But anyways, I guess that's it, people. So I know I have a lot of new followers and I know they don't know me. Those of you that have followed me since the first video that went viral, 𝙲𝚁𝙴𝙳𝙸𝚃. I love you all for supporting me and following me and still with me and seeing my peluda. She's like so cute. I love her. I'm gonna take pictures with her tomorrow. But yeah, you got to do it from your heart. And I always like talk to Allah, and I always say, Allah, please, if I'm doing something bad, give me a sign or tell me or something, you know. I do believe in signs. I do believe in prayer and Allah giving us messages or signals and stuff. I guess that's it. I start talking about other stupid things. I need to just chub. Thank you so much, people. Those that have been donated for my father and the ones that have been donating me in my PayPal, thank you so much, people. During this time of the holidays with Christmas, because remember, my mom and dad are still Catholic. They still believe in the whole Christmas thing. They've been a little sad because, you know, we're kind of tight with money, but it is what it is, because my father says, you know, we should be happy and say alhamdulillah. Well, in Spanish, gracias a Dios, like thanks to God, that we have a roof over our heads and we have everything and we're not dying of hunger. I know a lot of people are without food here in the United States, and it's so sad because of the stupid president. I swear, ever since he's lost, he's just sitting there. He doesn't even care about us. It's really, really sad. But anyways, I think that's it. You guys have to send me more links, because this video was sent by somebody, and that person, that was awesome. Like, that's a really good video. I have some other ones I'm going to be doing next, but we'll do that next week. For now, take care. And for those of you that do celebrate the holidays, happy holidays, and you guys take care. And I will see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share, and comment below. Okay, people?